Getting this project was different, to say the least. I was using materials and products that I have never used before. This challenged me to step outside of my comfort zone and experiment with new techniques.
Let's start with my two masters who were the foundation for this entire course. They were Wayne Thiebaud and George Flegel. Wayne Thiebaud, born in 1920 and died in 2021, was an American painter best known for his colorful textured paintings of everyday objects like cakes, pies, and gumball machines. His work is often associated with pop art, but he also drew inspiration from traditional painting techniques and American realism. In this artwork, Thiebaud uses a lot of pastel colors, which gives a light and playful look. His use of thick paint and exaggerated shadow creates a tactile, almost edible quality, inviting the viewer to not only look at the subject, but to also feel its presence. George Flegel, born in 1566 and died 1638, was a German still life painter during the late Renaissance and early Baroque periods. He is known for his detailed and delicate paintings of food, flowers, and table settings, often arranged in a carefully balanced and richly symbolic composition. In Flegel's still life paintings, he encapsulates a dark, moody atmosphere which relates to the viewers as a very mundane look. The subdued atmosphere of his painting reflects the mundane rituals of daily life. Yet, there is also a symbolic richness that hits at deeper themes of mortality and time. This piece revolves a lot around video essay number 4, which was The Color of Pomegranates, a film made by Sergei Parajanov, a beautiful artistic and poetic film, and regarded as one of the most influential films in American media. The film is a stunningly poetic and non-linear visual, an experience that is often described as a living painting. Like the works of Thiebaud and Flegel, Parajanov's film uses carefully composed imagery, rich symbolism, and a deep sensitivity to color and texture to evoke emotion and cultural memory. On the first layer, you can see the outline that I drew on my notebook, and I related it back on the paper. And then we got the shading, and you can see where I sort of made an outline for the shell. Shell outline. And then we colored the shell. I used very playful colors for this shell to sort of give it an almost like iridescent look. And I feel like I came pretty close. And then we have the bird. And we can see the animation of the bird. And the water droplet right here. I used motion to give the effect that it is moving for both the water droplet and also the bird. Remove the bird so you can just see the water droplet. I also added the picture of my drawing, the thumbnail sketch from my book. I added it as just a background so I can give the paper an almost earthy look. if you can tell the difference. I know everyone's eye is going towards a random bird flying across, so let's get into it. If we go back to Flegel's painting, we see a bird sitting in the corner on the bread. This, in my opinion, adds so much realism to the whole painting. I wanted to create movement in my drawing, and I felt like this was the perfect way to do so. Animating the bird was the hardest part of this whole project, second to making this video 8 minutes long, of course. I have never dealt with animation before, and after watching a bunch of videos and reading up on how to animate, I finally got it down and came up with this, which I have to say I am pretty proud of. This piece was about exploring contrast, not only between colors, but also emotions and moods. To add to that feeling, I made a short animation of a singular water droplet. It's small and simple, but it shows how something quiet and gentle can still feel meaningful. Like the shell standing out against the dark background, the droplet adds a peaceful moment that speaks without needing words. And last but not least, we have the Swan Lake playing quietly in the background. Dada Macio did a beautiful interpretation of the Swan Lake, fusing her African culture with ballet. This contrast coincides with my project, which made it a perfect fit to add in. In conclusion, this project helped me see how even the smallest details, like a single droplet or a soft pastel color, can hold weight and meaning. It reminded me that quiet moments can speak just as loudly as bold ones, and that balance is often where the most honest expressions live.